1448X Voto is only a couple of days away from release, and for some reason, they have gone completely silent on their social media, on the Steam forums, and it looks like maybe one of their social media managers got fired, or they just do not want to cause any more backlash. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I'm sure you all remember just a few weeks ago, they were desperate for attention on social media. That is why they caused the drama with the Knight's Path theme. That is why they said, oh, make sure to mark this on your modern agenda. And they were arguing with people on X. That's why they were moderating their Steam forums so heavily, because they were desperate for any sort of attention, even if it was negative. So now that we are less than a week away from release and they've gone silent, that seems very suspicious to me. And they've already been silent for a week. It looks like maybe their social media manager got the axe after attacking so many people and causing so much controversy. Maybe because the demo didn't do good, they know that the game's probably not going to do good, and so they are already cutting back their team members. Or maybe they have just learned their lesson, but this is when they should actually be marketing their game with gameplay footage, with character teasers and trailers, with artwork. This is when you should be making your final push towards the finish line, and that's not what they're doing. So taking a look on their X, as you can see, the last thing that they posted was on February 27th, which was already almost a week ago, and that was about the Next Fest demo, or the Steam Next Fest that was going to be ending on March 2nd. So they said you only have a few days left to play the demo, but that's it. That was the last time that they decided to post. Even before that, they had started like backing off of social media because they had posted on the 25th and the 24th and the 23rd. So they were at least posting once a day, but now they are doing that, which is very, very suspicious in my opinion. I personally think that this means that there is something going on behind the scenes. Maybe it's not. Maybe they just have decided, though, that they don't want to cause any more controversy, that they need as many sales as possible, and so they don't want to cause any more damage to their image. But the problem with that is that they have already done irreparable damage. They can't just magically fix the problems that they have already caused. And to top that off, not only are they silent on their X, but they're also silent on their Steam forums, because I've made a couple of videos on it now. They have been moderating this very heavily. They have been locking down threads. They have been banning people. They claim that they're locking down threads because people are going off topic, or they're arguing and they're bickering. And they basically just don't want people to be having conversations that they deem as negative. But, well, we're going back and going back and going back and going back. And yeah, it was February 27th that they last moderated anything. So it seems that on the 27th, something changed. And that is where a decision was made that they were not going to be posting anymore or causing any more drama. Now, again, we don't know any of the details. It's not like they're going to make a statement on it. And I do think that it is better for them that they do not unfairly ban people from the forums and silence people and lock down discussions. It's completely different from what they were previously doing. Now, as you can see, the Steam demo didn't do very good. You have to disregard the one player, because on the second going into the third, the demo was actually taken off of Steam because it was only up for the Steam Next Fest, and you can't actually download it anymore. And so, like, the 6 to 10 people that have been sort of playing it since then are people who already had it downloaded and who can play it because of that, but nobody new can download it. And since it's only a 20-minute long demo, I highly doubt anybody's going back to replay the demo, and nobody new is probably going to be playing it. So, yeah, you have to disregard that. But either way, the all time peak was 167. That is absolutely abysmal. This is one of the worst demos that I have seen in a while. Even games like Reloaded knew that they were going to fail, and so they didn't put up a demo because they didn't want to get memed on even harder. But yeah, I mean, nobody played this, and even for the few people that I've actually seen who played the demo and gave it a shot, like myself, for example, did not like the experience. It was bad. It was buggy. It was broken. It was low effort. It feels like a alpha build of a game, and it's shocking that they want to release a game with this awful level of quality when we're talking about a time in the gaming industry when people are looking for higher level of quality. This is going to be a $30 game. It's nowhere near worth 30 freaking dollars. But judging by the Steam charts, not looking so positive. It's number 282 in top wish lists, number 83 in wishlist activity, and it's got 11,703 followers. And yes, when you see something like number 83 in wishlist activity, you're probably thinking, wow, there's thousands and thousands of games that release on Steam all the time. But the problem with that is wishlist does not equal sale. Just because I put a game on a wishlist doesn't mean that I am going to monetarily support it. It means I'm interested in following it. Maybe people want to buy it when it goes on sale. It doesn't mean a one-to-one, and neither does the followers. Just because somebody follows something doesn't mean that they're going to swipe their credit card. So I'm curious to see what this game actually launches to. I have been a little bit more optimistic, and I have said about 500 people. I think that at this point, that is pretty generous, maybe maximum 700, but I don't see a way that this gets to 1,000, especially when they've gone silent online, they're not marketing it, so they're not keeping their game in the eye of potential customers. And over the next several weeks, there are a lot of other games releasing. We just have Resident Evil 9 launch, which is doing fantastic. Pokemon Pocopia releases tomorrow when I'm uploading. This video will be on Thursday. You have Crimson Desert coming out soon. You have the Fatal Frame remake. So there's a lot that is supposed to be launching, and a lot of money that people are potentially going to spend. And when you are not marketing your game, it means people are more likely to pre-order and purchase these other experiences and then tell themselves, oh, I forgot about this game, but I'll buy it later down the line. Now, like I said before, maybe nothing suspicious is going on. Maybe they just don't want to cause any more backlash, and they don't want people to be pointing and laughing at them and covering their game negatively. But it seems that on February 27th, something happened. Maybe their social media manager was fired. Maybe they were demoted. Maybe they just decided, I don't want to moderate anymore, and they're not doing that. Who really knows? But it seems very, very bad for them that a week before release, they have gone silent online. They're not marketing their game anymore. And really, to me, it just looks like this game is going to come out and be a complete and utter disaster. And I don't think that that is going to shock anybody. And given the state of the industry, there are a million other better games to purchase. So I'll be keeping a close eye on this. I'm probably going to end up streaming this next week because so many of you have asked me and love to meme on me, but none of you guys are going to play it anyway. So I suppose my one purchase is good if 500 people show up to watch it and we can all roast it together. We are costing companies thousands upon thousands of dollars at the cost of my own sanity. But yeah, I'll be keeping a close eye on their social media, but it looks like they've gone silent and maybe they've given up. Maybe somebody got fired, or maybe they are just desperate for there not to be so much negativity surrounding Voto. But that's all that I had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.